When it comes to feeding your family a healthy diet, I've often heard this where people will say, I just don't want to deprive my kids of being kids. As if somehow feeding our kids donuts and cookies and all the junk food is depriving them of being kids. When really what we're depriving them of is being healthy adults. See, our kids deserve to be taught the habits and the lifestyle that is going to help them live a life free of chronic disease and have more energy and vitality and longevity. But when we slide into this whole reward system of, I want to give my kids cookies and cakes and all of the treats and the comfort foods when it comes to making them feel better. Sometimes a little ice cream is okay. Problem is we're doing this all the time. And we need to raise our kids with greater values. We need to teach our kids that they need to value themselves and their health and what their bodies are actually going to do for them as they grow up and become adults. So I was asked this question on a podcast last week where, when I leave this world, what is it that I want to be remembered for? And I didn't even have to think twice about it, but I immediately said, legacy health. That is literally what I want to be known for. How did I leave my daughter? How did I leave the world around me and all of the younger people that I know that I can impact? How did I leave them so that they could actually grow into be healthy adults and teach other people? My mother was a single mom in the 70s, raising 4 kids on food stamps, and she never compromised our health. She raised us to eat healthy food. She taught us how to cook. She even took my brother and me shopping, and she would teach us how to read food labels. Now, I remember being with my mom and reading food labels when I was probably 8 or 9 years old. And she forced us to read these food labels and try to pronounce the things that were unpronounceable on a food label. She taught us what MSG was, monosodium glutamate, and she taught us all the other chemicals that could be in a product. And the biggest thing she taught us is that we didn't need to know what the thing was. We just needed to know if we couldn't pronounce it, we were not to buy it, and we were definitely not to eat it. So I want you to think about this from a legacy perspective and what you can teach your kids. Because my mom taught me and my brother how to read labels, how to look for chemicals in our food that don't serve us, what those chemicals actually do and how they affect our brains, how they affect us from an energy perspective and sleep. And then once she taught us that, and she started teaching us how to cook with whole fresh foods, and we had healthy meals every single day, home-cooked meals. Imagine being a single mom in the 70s, cooking 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It wasn't easy, but she never made excuses. So she taught us that, and I've taught my daughter that. And that's the legacy that I want for you, is what are you teaching your kids? Because one, we have to lead by example. Then we have to teach them how to live those examples, those healthy lifestyle habits, because they're going to have kids, and we want them to raise their children with the same level of values. So think about that today as you start to take your next trip to the grocery store. What are you shopping for? Is it full of fresh fruits and vegetables, or is it full of a bunch of boxed food with a bunch of labels on it with a bunch of names of things that you can't pronounce? Because if you can't pronounce it, you should not be eating it. Take your kids, create your legacy, start reading labels, and start to really connect with where your food comes from and how it is supposed to nourish you. It can either heal you or it can kill you. So which one do you want your food to do for you? Personally, I would like my food to heal me and nourish me and give me the life so that I can live it long and healthy and happy. And I want the same for you. So let me know your thoughts on this, and let me know when do you take your kids to the grocery store. Let me know how those labels go. If you need any help reading labels, let me know. It's another episode to come. Thanks so much for watching and being here. I appreciate you.